Welcome to the second behind the scenes video. In the first one you saw all the process and the steps leading up to the final image. Well, this one here is going to be purely just editing the image, starting from 3 separate images, merging them into one, masking, removing the seam at the back, and then some subtle edits, and capture one at the end. Now the reason why there was actually 3 images taken was with the way the setup and the close proximity of the figures. Just taking one image couldn't quite get everything I wanted in focus, and I also wanted to keep the back of the image nice, soft, and without too much detail. So the easiest way to do it was just to take 3 separate images and then blend them together in Photoshop. So without further ado, let's go and edit these photos. Okay, so the way I'm going to edit this photo is take the 3 different images with the focus on different points, and then put them all into one file, select all the layers, and use auto align. Depending on the images, this works extremely well or well enough. We'll find out how good once we go to masking the layers from behind. So what I want to do, so the bottom layer, you can see it focuses on Goku's head. So to keep this matching the image name, I'm just going to shuffle the layers around. So the second image is Vegeta, so that's perfect. The bottom layer is Merry Christmas, excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to start by masking the second image, add layer mask, and that's got a white background, so that means if I use a black paintbrush, we'll be able to see what is beneath this layer. So I'm going to change this up to 100%, around about 70-ish hardness, that size, maybe 60, 70, yeah, this should be about right. Okay, so I'll just zoom in, so we can see B, can't really make any facial features, but if I paint on over top, it becomes nice, sharp, crisp, and in focus, which is just what we want. Same with this plate and hot dog. Excellent. Do Roshi's mind as well, and his cane is good with a bit more detail. Let's make this a bit smaller. And just to fix up the inside here, we'll just paint back into the white, just going around the edges. Okay, next part is going to be Merry Christmas. Let's do the black again. Let's go over top and get some nice crisp lines. Do the edge of the table as well. So where does this go until about halfway through? Make it a bit bigger size. There we go. Brings up all the nice textured wooden detail. Get it about halfway through and it should be good. Take a little Vegeta's foot. And next, add some presents. Excellent. Okay, next part we want to do is go to the top layer. Now what we want to do for this one is add mask, but we're going to need to set it black from this get-go, and then just paint on white just to reveal the layer beneath. Let's start with blue. Let's zoom in, grab a brush, make it a little bit bigger, start painting. Do a little bit of his hat. Don't mind if it's kind of a bit out of focus. On the sides, just got it's all fluffy. The first main body features we want a nice, crisp and sharp, so it pops off that background. Be careful on the sides here. Okay. Do his thumb. Come in. Small brush. Just ever so carefully go up against the edge. Now, if I went over the edge and this wasn't a neat job, you can always come in later and just make a separate selection with a pen tool or lasso, and then just do corrections that way. Either way is fine. This way, hopefully save a little bit of time. Just be nice and neat from the get-go. This cape, we don't mind if it fully blends off, but on this inside line, be nice if there's a crisp definition. Cool, Blue's looking good. Now it's going to Goku. Come in, grab a brush, paint in. Now, Goku here, slowly go around his armor, shoulder joints and arms. You can see there's some double lines here, and that is just from the auto line not being 100% accurate. So what we'll do, we'll have to come in and manually touch that up. A little bit for his legs as well. Nope, not the cakes. There we go. Next is the hair. Let's do the center part first, and then we'll just drop the brush size down to get a bit more detail around the edges. Thankfully the hair on the Figuarts are generally relatively rounded for Goku, so this is nice and easy. But it's more pointed, but probably easier to use a lasso tool or pen tool to make a finer selection. But using a tablet pen tool, this is relatively straightforward. If you are limited to a mouse, it might be worthwhile spending extra time and just manually masking it separately before you come in and do the corrections. Okay, So now to fix these double lines, what I want to do is increase the hardness a bit, switch around to the other colour, just come in and go top. Which isn't really working too well. Okay. Wide and go around the outside. Now we'd like to go back over there and remove the hard edge. Excellent. Now on to Bulma. There we go. For a ribbon, don't really need to worry about the edges too much, but the center areas with the folds, you know, to get some more detail from there. Sleeves. And arms. Brilliant, so now we're going to zoom out. Everyone's nicely focused, and yeah, so the next big task is going to be remove this line at the back, and maybe a couple of these white spots just on the foreground. Okay, so before we do that, we're just going to merge the layers all together, and then come in and just select the clone tool. That's a bit big. Drop it down. Okay, there's a gone. Anything else? Let's get rid of this fluff here. Excellent, so that's looking nice in the foreground. Okay, now let's tackle this big line. Now we can either just go straight in with the clone tool, or see what the autofill works like. So let's try that first. Let's go and make a nice selection down here. Over Goku's here inside. We should have zoomed in. Okay. Right click, fill, and content aware. Now this will take the surrounding information and use its best guess to fill this gap. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. And at the top there's a bit screwed up, but that doesn't really matter for us. The most important part is down here. But actually if we zoom in, the around Goku's hair is basically taken from Goku's head and filled it in, and looks pretty nasty. But we can use the top part here, which looks nice, and just in here just get the clone tool and remove it separately. So let's just get some surrounding areas. Let's fill in. There we go. Ooh, that's horrible. Let's just completely undo all this, and let's make a better selection. Excellent, that looks pretty good. So now that we've manually removed the part around Goku's hair, we can come back in and use the tool and auto fill once again. And that looked pretty good. Let's just correct the top part. Okay, so we've got a slight line down here. So what I'm going to do is just drop the opacity on the clone tool, give it low hardness, and just come in and just go down the center. Yeah, there we go. Manually fix that up. Next job is going to be just to take this through to Capture One Pro again, level it up a little bit and add a crop and some fine adjustments, and then we'll be done. But before we do, let's have one more quick check. Yeah, focus is good on Roshi, Boo, Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, and Gotenks. We can read the Merry Christmas. Yeah, everything looks great here. I'm happy. So what I'm going to do is just going to save this file. And once it's finished saving, we'll be able to go through and edit again and capture one. Excellent. Here's the capture one file. Oh, and where is that level? Here we go. The level's pretty much spot on. Just slightly to the left. And then we want the crop, and we just want to keep the same the original ratio. Bring in slightly, and just try and keep the Merry Christmas centered. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Now, since we use the studio lights and we got the white balance and the exposure pretty much perfect out of camera, not too many adjustments to be made, but slightly increase the saturation by a minuscule amount, and just brighten up those shadows a little bit and bring down the highlights, just because the lights were a bit harsh on the skin tones of Vegeta's face and Roshi. Okay, add a little bit of clarity, make the lines of the characters and the items pop a bit more. All the levels are looking pretty good. Might be able just to brighten up the shadows a bit more and keep the highlights down by the RGB curve. And next we've got the individual balances here. Let's see. Let's bring the highlights down ever so slightly. And well, normally I'm not a big fan of it. I'm trying to add a little bit of vignetting just around the sides, just to really bring the attention into the center of the image. Just ever so slightly. There we go. And then goes the Christmas image, first one of 2020. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes look at creating the image and the process that went into it. Something that I'm looking forward to doing hopefully one a month for 2021, as well as just to push myself and try and learn more skills myself and improve at doing figure photography. Alright, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and yeah, let me know in the comments below what you liked and disliked about this video so I can improve the future ones to come. Thank you very much for watching.